Okay, so I'm gonna make this very short because I want to talk about this multiple times over the course of the runs that we do. I have a Patreon, and I announce it at the end of every video, except for the ones that have like super heavy subject matter, because it just doesn't feel right to be like, hey, now that we're done talking about heavy subject matter, check out my Patreon. It just feels inauthentic and strange. I want to talk about Patreon in general. So I did a Kickstarter back in 2011. It went great, raised the money. It was not enough for the project that we wanted to do. Still did it anyways. Did another Kickstarter for my producer, Dr. Wiley, and raised the money, completed it. Still was not enough money for what we wanted to do. And what I found was, one, I have a plan, and I know this engages with someday, to follow through with the Kickstarters that we did. But and we followed through with the main things. There was just like little things like, hey, get a shot glass for this amount of money, and we just never sent those out because the budget ran out, and you're just like, oh God, what do we do? Maybe this should be a separate video for Kickstarter, unfulfilled Kickstarters. But getting down to Patreon, I started a Patreon 2 years ago, and it was because I was doing films, and I saw that in releasing music, it was like, hey, fund this album. We're gonna release it. Then it's done. But for film, you're releasing an episode a week. You want to promote those episodes, 20, 50, $100 an episode, and you want to get people involved. And it's tough, and you got graphic design you want to throw in it as well. So, excuse me, it's a long game with episodic series. And so I sought out Patreon, and I just put some stuff up there, and I was like, hey, check it out. And the first patron was my good friend Adam J. Dunn. I love him. I love you, Adam. I love you, Adam Dunn. And then some people followed after. And I followed through for about a year. I've released an episode a week. And that's crazy. Like, I full-on episodic films. So you go to youtube.com/urbanhomecinema, you'll see all the films. Like, it's Tatiana and Toussaint, Racially Ambiguous Duo, Lonnie the Landlord. That's nuts. That's nuts that I did that many films, that many episodes. So it was over like 60 episodes of like web series, and it did great. But the thing that it didn't address for me was, what else can I do? I mean, there's episodes. That's a lot of work. And so for my Patreon, first off, I got realistic with it, and I said, okay, I can't be making web series for the next 2-3 years and releasing an episode a week. That's crazy, and the quality's going to get compromised. I want to take like months off and like sit down and write and like work with a crew and get it worked out and have like full months to film. Tatiana and Toussaint, we filmed in 2 days. Racially Ambiguous Duo, we filmed in 4 days. Lonnie the Landlord was when I gave myself some grace, filmed it over the course of like 10 days. That's not even really grace, but it was what it was. And so moving forward, I wanted to give myself some more time and grace to do bigger series. And I knew that I would have to back off the episode a week. And so what I did was I found other little things that I could make. And so like interviews with some of the actors, urban home content where I sit down with artists at my kitchen and talk to them, and then release the conversations to people early. Rough drafts of songs. I incorporated my music into the Patreon. Everything I do, my spoken word, everything. I incorporated all of it into the Patreon, and then made it this campaign for everything that I'm doing, and then also a means to keep me honest, to release something every week to people. Oh, hey, I had the conversation with so-and-so, here, do that. Oh, I'm gonna make t-shirts anyways for this album. Might as well make them now and release them to the patrons early. You know what, I got the film festival edit of the Van Duzens. Might as well show it to somebody other than a film festival person that's gonna shoot down the project and have some people watch it. And so with that said, my mindset started to open up to the possibilities of more things I could do rather than just more of the same. And in that, I said, cool, I can do this other stuff. However, there was something missing, which is this: me being in rapport with the people and like speaking to people and then telling them what I'm doing and what they're gonna get and what I'm creating next. And it also, again, it keeps me honest and in correspondence with myself as an artist on, okay, Toussaint, what are we working on this week? We're giving out the thing. We're doing that thing. Oh, snap, we gotta upload. And so it keeps me organized, and on schedule with my projects as well. So That's what I started doing for my Patreon is I started owning it as opposed to letting it own me and kind of, basically keep me to task, like, oh, episode a week, episode a week. Instead of that, it was like, okay, whoa. Let's hire, a graphic designer, Paper Profit, who does most of my graphic design, to make something. Let's call it the Social Science Club. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, you're joining the club. You're part of a group. Okay, what do you get in that group? Do you get say in that group? Absolutely. Q&A. Do you want to see conversations early? Absolutely. Release them to you. And then also, what are some of the things that people want out of my process? What do they want to ask about? And can they ask about songs and this is that and the third? Yeah. Let's make it an exchange. Let's make it a correspondence as opposed to you get this, get it. Like just me like dealing out cards to people. It's to make it more of a conversation. And so I made weekly updates. Just so I started making, weekly update videos. And so that's been going great. And if you can keep correspondence with people, my belief is that they will in turn, believe in you and invest in you because you're taking the time to talk to them. And if you do that, then they're going to take the time to listen. And I think that's gold right there. So for my Patreon, that's what I've been doing lately is a weekly update. And I look forward to doing that every week for the entire year because it doesn't take much time to do it. And it's something that I love to do, is to keep in touch with people and also to keep in touch with what I'm doing. So that's just a bit, like a small piece of my Patreon and how it operates. You can actually check it out at patreon.com/ToussaintMorrison. So go there, take a look, join for as little as $2 a month. That is less than the cost of a cup of coffee. So that's that. And if you have any comments or questions, put them in the comments below. Love y'all, and thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. Later.